You're live.
Actually, Namaste, Sat Shri Akal. Good evening to all my viewers around the world. Thank you so much. I believe everyone is doing fine by the grace of Almighty. My all praise, my all love to each and everyone out there. And thank you so much for loving me and keep loving that. Thank you so much again. Well, today's special guest, she's not from Bollywood. She's not a celebrity, but yes, she is real life celebrity, I can tell you. 17 years of experience in her work, which has made a passion out of it. What did she do? Something different. You can't imagine. To all my viewers around the world, of her, she has actually attained something out of nature. Just planting trees is not loving nature. It's basically to understand. Studio Beej is all about what she's going to talk about today. Please put your hands together to welcome Arundhati Kumar, all the way from Mumbai, India, for my TV and my session and my channel. Thank you so much. Namaste, Arundhati. How are you doing, dear?
Hi, Amrina. Namaste. And thank you so much for having me over. And those were very kind words. I don't know what to say. I'm nothing of a celebrity, but I'm very happy to share, what I'm doing with Studio Beej and what we are trying to do here. So thank you so much for having me over.
Thank you, dear. Okay, viewers, let me tell you, Arundhati is going to be talking about Beej, and Beej is, in short form, I can say seed. So let her talk as long as you're comfortable, Arundhati, in Hindi or in English. The platform is yours. Just say something about your Beej, please.
Okay, so great. So Beej, I started Beej in January 2020. On hindsight, not a good time to start a business, but I didn't know then. And like you said, Amrina, my background has been 17 years of corporate experience. I finished my MBA. I started working as a HR professional, and then the last 17 years have been spent in consulting, banking, hotels, media. I've worked across industries. And then sometime last year, I wanted to start something of my own. And that's how Beej came about. So Beej actually came out of my own personal interest in what's happening around us, what's happening with the climate, what's happening with the planet. I have a daughter. She just turned 10, as you know, on Sunday. And Equita, she's a huge animal lover. So we discuss a lot about animals and how it is to coexist with other animals in this world, etc. So Beej is a result of all those conversations. And I think it's hard for me to talk about Beej without talking about my family background. So my dad's into leather exports. So while I've never been a part of the business, I've grown up with the business. The last 45 years, exports. Every summer holidays, I would go and work at the factory and you do a summer job and so on and so forth. Yeah. And I learned. And my dad's turning old. He turned 75 last year. So the natural conversation was that come and take over the business. And his business is in Kolkata. I stay in Mumbai, and I said, okay. And I said, I was going on a holiday last year to Europe because I was turning 40. And I said, okay. So I said, let me come back from the holiday and we will figure. So, and when we were holidaying in Europe, I had gone with a couple of friends and my daughter. I realized that it's so hot. Places like Austria, places like, the Austria-Switzerland border, it was 33, 34, 35 degrees. And it was the same time, July, and it was so hot. And that's when I started having this conversation with my friends saying, we keep saying climate warming, climate crisis. It's not something that's still to come. It's already here. It's come. And that realization hit me so badly that when I came home, I told my dad, I said, there has to be a better way of doing business. And then I started looking up that if not leather, what are the other alternatives to leather? What are more sustainable? What are more climate friendly alternatives? And that's when I discovered, some fabulous materials that I've never heard of. So something that looks like leather but is made out of pineapple leaves. Something that looks like leather but is made out of cactus pulp. And that was really the start of Beej. So, I got all those materials together. We started researching. I started studying about it. I took a good 5-6 months to do R&D about it. And then in January this year, we started Beej, we are a fashion and lifestyle studio based on sustainability. Sustainability is at the center of everything we do at Beej.
Yes.
And, why the name Beej? So like you said, Beej means seed. And in a way, if you see, seed is the origin of all forms of life, be it human, be it plant, be it animal, every form of life. So for us, Beej is like, Beej stands for respect for all forms of life. So we believe in doing business by respecting the planet, respecting the people who work for us, for people who work with us, our partners, our customers, everything. So that's really what Beej is about.
Excellent, fabulous. Let me tell you all, the viewers who's listening to me, there are so many entrepreneurs in the world, have done a lot of things and brought up so many business. You people must be thinking why I am taking a live session with Arundhati. The speciality about it is that she has discovered loving the nature in such a way that from waste pineapple leaves to cactus plump, I believe, from vegetable leather, they actually make purses. I want you to show your samples, Arundhati, so that they can actually believe what the whole process and the whole effort behind this fabulous and phenomenal work from your side.
So unfortunately, I am working. I'm taking this call from home, so I don't have too many. But I can. Everything of mine now is made of Beej. So if you see this is my wallet, and
Just
it is made.
Little. Yes.
See, this is made out of cork. The cork is the bark of a tree, which comes from Portugal. So you actually remove the bark of the tree without harming the tree. So the tree can live up to 200 years. Wow. And you remove the bark once every 9 years. And the exciting thing about cork is every time the bark grows back, it actually absorbs carbon dioxide from the air. So it's healthy to remove the bark and work with it. So so this is one of the materials we work with. I wish I had something in Pinnacle.
I want to see your purses, the one which you actually displayed on your website. I was going through it. It's little grayish color. It's very beautiful. And you have that sample with you right now or no?
Don't have.
Okay, whatever you have, just show it.
I'm taking the call. Maybe I could show my website. Could I share my screen? I could show a few
Yes, you can. We can just have a look at it for a minute or two. No issues. Yes, you can.
Would you enable my screen sharing?
I think if we are live, it is a little difficult. Okay, now try. Okay. Now try there.
Yes. Wait.
Okay. So normally, how many do you do the production in a month? How do you go about with it? Like, I believe you must be having, it's just a span of 6 months, but still I saw the production is in a good end. And when I was going through your profile, I checked it out, it's like 17 to 20, right? If I'm not mistaken.
What is 70 to 20, sorry?
The kind of, you make the purses, you design and everything. It's around 20, it's average, right? The production.
20 pieces, you mean?
Yes, 20 pieces.
So it depends. Usually we do not hold any inventory because, again, I believe it's waste to manufacture something in hundreds and hundreds of pieces and stock them. Yeah. So we are a very on-demand kind of a company. So anything that you order with us, we make it within 7 days of receiving the order. I am I am not able to for some reason. I'm sorry, Amrina.
It's okay. You do one thing. Send me the you. I have your website link on your in your description when the session is going to be over. I will upload about yourself so that they will have a more good view to actually get into your website and check it out. Okay, Arundhati, I want to ask you a few things. Like how tough it was for you to make people understand why is it costly? Because what I read in one of your article was that we want the people to believe that so much of processing is there. That's the reason why it's genuine and it's costly. So can you just share a few things about it?
So when you tell people that I work with recycled material, the common impression is it should be very cheap.
Yeah.
But there are multiple reasons that it's costly. One is that I am not making it like a factory. I'm not making 1,000 pieces at a time. I'm making 1 piece at a time or 3 pieces at a time. So it's costly. Also, it's funny, but the truth of the matter is everything that is recycled is more expensive. I'll give you a simple example. All the zippers that go in our bags, they are all recycled plastic. They collect the waste PET and they recycle it and then they make these zippers. They're 70% more sustainable than going and buying a new plastic zipper. But it's also 5 times more expensive. And I'm not kidding, it's 5 times more expensive. All the fabric that we put inside our material. So if you see this bag, there is a lining, right? This is all.
Can you just put the little up so that they can see it, please? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you. So it's regular lining material. I mean, it looks like normal cloth, right?
Yeah.
It's different because it is consumer recycled, which means that, I'm wearing something, it tears, I throw it. There is a group of people who pick it up, make it into thread again, and they use that yarn. So it's post-consumer recycled. It costs 3 times more than going and buying some regular fabric from the market.
True.
So with impact comes cost. And, that's what makes our products costly. And also the materials we work with, Amrina, for example, the pineapple fiber one that we work with, there is just one company in the world that makes that material. It's a company called Ananas Anam. They are based out of Spain. So they have a tie-up with all the pineapple farmers in Philippines. So after the pineapples get harvested, they actually go and pick up the waste leaves. And then there is a very, very specialized process through which they make this material.
Oh.
Now, whether you're a designer sitting in India or sitting in Europe or US or any part of the world, if you want to work with that material, you have to buy it from them.
Yeah.
And, right? That's one. Second is, there is obviously a limited supply. It's not like leather, which, there are thousands of tanneries in the world making leather and you can buy it from anywhere.
Yes.
So expensive. Now, so for me to help people understand why it's expensive, is because of what goes into it.
Yes. True. Very true. Okay, Arundhati, one more question at your end. Loving nature is not just planting trees, but more. Can you reflect your thoughts on this matter, please?
I think for me, personally, loving nature is about being very, very conscious of the impact of everything we do on nature. And let me give an example. When we go out, if we are not carrying water, we think nothing about buying a plastic bottle of water, drinking it and throwing it, or using a plastic straw, or I don't know about other parts of the world, but in India, while you go shopping and plastic bags are banned, people are still doing it. So you buy lots of bags and then you get stuff and then you just throw it. I think loving nature is about being very conscious of our actions. Planting trees is one thing, but being very conscious to say that every little thing we do makes a difference. And I think one of the things that I also tell people, and I also believe, is sustainability is not about changing your life completely and putting it on its head. It's actually about these small things that you do. So, for example, I for the last couple of years I always have a cloth bag in my bag. So anytime I need to stop to buy anything, I tell my sabzi wala or my grocer, भैया plastic bag मत दीजिए, bag नहीं चाहिए. Or I insist when I tell my daughter, if you're going out, please carry your own bottle of water. Things like that. A lot about. I think today I've become very conscious, and it's interesting. I can tell you this. This month I've finished 1 year of not buying any clothes. And I started it last year in June. I said I'm going to try and see what I can do. One thing is I realized I actually have a lot of clothes.
I know that. Being honest, that's so nice of you. Yeah, go ahead.
And somehow they keep getting pushed to the back of the cupboard, and you keep saying कि कपड़े नहीं है, but देखने जाओ तो बहुत है.
बहुत होते हैं, right?
And by the time I was losing my self-control, COVID happened, so you couldn't go out anyways. Yeah. So the last months was anyways you can't go out. But I realized we all have a lot more than we need. And I think loving nature today, and it worries me. I don't think it's a luxury anymore. I think it's become a necessity. That all of us need to be just a little more aware of what is the impact. I mean, instead of taking my car, if I'm going down the road, can I walk? Instead of using plastic, can I do something else? Instead of just throwing away something, like I speak to a lot of young kids and I tell them that, you know what, even if you feel that you need to change, whatever you're using, use it well, so that after you're done, you can give it to someone else and you can increase the life of that product, and it doesn't need to be trashed. So yeah, for me, loving nature is about all these little things.
Very nice, very well said. In fact, you have summed up the whole thing in such a nice way. Even small things from your end makes a big difference to the world, to the society, to the people you're living around.
Imagine a few billion people doing small things every day.
Yeah.
And making it a habit. That's all you need, really.
Yes, true. Arundhati, do you think do you think to boost up your brand, like because you are the founder of it, do you think it is very important to have a celebrity campaigning behind it, or it's like advertisement? For example, many a times we have noticed that so many products comes on our in front of our eyes, and we see that if it is being cast by a actress or an actor, normally it runs like this. So what do you think about it? Any time in your future you are planning or not, or you want to go in a different way? And if that's a different way, what is that way? I want to know.
Firstly, if there are any celebrities, actors, actresses listening to Amrina right now, please reach out to me. So yes.
What did you say? Whoever listening to Amrina, reach out to what after that?
Reach out to me.
Yeah. Of course. Yes.
So I think we cannot deny the fact that celebrities have an impact. And they influence the way people think, and in India, as in a lot of other places in the world. But two things happened. One is when we started Beej, I didn't have money, honestly, to get a celebrity endorsement.
Sorry, I'm going to pause you for over here, because the kind of female you are, which I have been observing from so many days. Viewers, let me tell you this very shortly. I will do my conversation. I know Arundhati from a very short period, but in and out, whatever I have observed from her is that she is very honest, very sincere, and very down to earth. So no one on earth is going to say so openly and frankly on the screen, who, like, so many people are watching from around the world. We don't know from where, but she was very open in saying that because of the budget, she doesn't have that much to flush out for her campaigning or for advertisement. I salute for your honesty, Arundhati. Go ahead, please start.
So, I started Beej with all the money that I had saved after 17 years of working. So, definitely didn't have money for celebrity endorsements. And having said that, I want Beej to be a brand which is for regular people, people like you and me. For me, the audience of Beej are a growing uh, group of people who are today very aware of what's happening around them. Who are aware of the climate, who are aware of the impact of the planet on our children, what's the kind of world we want to live for our children. They are very, they follow these things, they read about it. So they are not necessarily people who are like, "Arey, Alia Bhatt ne liya hai, to hum bhi lenge, or isne liya hai, to hum bhi lenge." So my brand is for everybody. It's for the educated, thinking individual. Having said that, Amrina, if a celebrity comes forward tomorrow and says, "Arundhati, hey, I love what you do and I want to be your brand ambassador," I'm not going to say no, but I do think we can build a brand without Bollywood endorsement as well.
Yes, of course, because the kind of confidence you have it from past like 6 months now. It is not that easy, Arundhati, because the kind of response you're getting on Instagram, I've been watching, and then on the your YouTube videos, which I have actually discovered before interviewing you, and your website. So because I'm a person, I believe in total transparency when you're doing something, and plus something different. You are actually showcasing something different to the world. Okay, Arundhati, one more question. We will go for this session. Do you think that any point of time did you feel that I know they are big brands, but still I am just focusing that and taking it so that you can actually give your thoughts on it. Did anytime you feel that okay, fine, I'm starting Beej, but already the market is so powerfully grabbed by MK, Gucci, Guess, and so on and on and on. And I'm sorry, one more. And do you think that this sustainability of yours will be carried in the near future? And how much time will it take to actually make people not break the fact of buying those branded purses, but to simultaneously walk along with them? Yes, please say.
Let me tell you, I feel it every day. Okay. So every day I think that what was I thinking? What was I drinking? What made me give up a very perfectly fabulous career and start Beej? So I don't think a sustainable brand can ever compare with fast fashion. Let me say that.
Wow, very good. Yes.
Because I don't think we can give it at that price. I don't think we can give it. So I'll tell you, recently I was a part of an e-commerce portal in India where they just decided to do some discount post COVID. So they told me, "Do you want to participate?" I said, "Yeah." They said, "How much discount can you give on Beej products?" I said, "Not more than 15%. I went on the brand and brands had 70% discount. And I looked at them and I said, "You know what? I can't compete." But I do think, Amrina, that people, there is a group of people who will make a move towards sustainability. And there is a group of people who will stay with fast fashion. Honestly, I think there is enough space in the world for both. Sustainable brands cannot take on fast fashion today, tomorrow, not for the, I don't think in my lifetime. But there is a place for both. And sustainable fashion is only going to grow from here. So I'm completely prepared to have a few hard years. I think it is going to be hard in the beginning. I mean, to expect that the day you start and you say, "I'm doing this," people will drop what they have been buying all this while and come and move to you. I think it's wrong. But I think with the right level of awareness, right level of education, right level of understanding, it is going to get better.
In your profile, I even read about single-handed crafted. So can you just say a few words about that?
Yeah, sure. So every product in our studio, firstly, I don't outsource my manufacturing. Everything is made in our studio in Bombay. So we are very lucky to, in a place like Bombay where real estate is really expensive. I
Yeah.
have a nice studio and office. So every product is made by a single guy from start to finish. And the reason why I did this is also because, um, you know, all my karigars are people who've made a shift from leather to sustainability. क्योंकि कारीगरी is the same. और 2 साल पहले वो क्या करते थे, 1 साल पहले भी वो क्या करते थे, वो लेदर के बैग्स बनाते थे. So they have now slowly made a shift. So my first 1 year तो went in educating them कि ये होता क्या है, first 1 month. Because at every step they would tell me कि ये आप 500 रुपए वाला जिपर क्यों लगा रहे हो अगर 220 रुपए वाला लग सकता है. I think they used to think I'm some crazy businesswoman who has no sense of costs and has no idea how to do business. And I had to tell him recycled it. So I think now they get it, after 5-6 months. So I like them. Every product they make it from start to finish. I think it also builds a lot of pride in them to do, because we are not an assembly line कि एक जना सिलाई कर रहा है तो सिलाई कर रहा है, एक जना गम लगा रहा है तो गम लगा रहा है. We also, it happens. If you're doing 10,000 pieces, that's going to happen. But because we also have smaller groups, somebody can make one from start to finish. So yeah, it's handcrafted by.
How much of production do you do?
Depends. We could be doing maybe 50 pieces a month, 100 pieces a month. The last 2-3 months have been, of course, we've been shut. We only reopened in June, on 1st of June. So depends, but I think we still have been able to keep it to one person doing it end to end. And I like it that way also.
Nice. Okay, second last question is that how was the feeling of getting into Lakme fashion? Because I read that and I was very happy because you were the only one, I believe, who has introduced the Beej, right? About about your product or something. One of your article was there. When I was going through, it was written that you were the only one who was highlighted there as a Beej brand of purses, and there were no one. Yeah.
No, I think you're confusing me with someone else.
No, you're all the way green way, and you're sitting there, and there is there is some question and answer session, and then there was a brief.
That was not Lakme Fashion. It was a publication called Lux Book, and they interviewed Beej. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah. We've been very blessed. Let me say that with zero marketing budgets, with very less money. I think it's just because of the honesty with which we try and do what we do.
I'm sorry to actually interrupt you. Let me complete this, because why I said Lakme Fashion, it was mentioned there all the people who have a passion of recycle things which they have introduced. So all of them were in the clothing line, and you were the only one who had the accessory, right?
Yeah, but
yes. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
So so we've been very lucky actually. We've got a fair amount of people wanting to meet us and talk to us about what we do, and we've got some interviews, and like you, Amrina, who's been very kind to reach out to me all the way from Saudi Arabia. So it's just been because I think what we are trying to do is very new, at least in India. Like, I don't know another accessories brand in India who does what we do. And at the level at which we are trying to do it right now. So, everything from our design to our packaging, even our packaging it's zero waste. Yes. You don't need to throw anything away. I want people to use everything that comes in the packaging. So what do I say? The world has been kind.
Yes. No, not really. I think I'm going to be placing an order soon because I love the pouches. I love the purses. And why not? I'm going to share from with my friends and everyone over here. Last but not the least, I just wanted to tell you, ask you about, say something about the young entrepreneurs over here now who's coming up with so many ideas. The women empowerment is increasing day by day. So as being a woman, what do you want to say about this? Can you just share?
Uh, sure. I think, let me say this, firstly, you got to believe in the power of your idea. And, um, and that doesn't mean that there will not be days and moments when you will think that, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? I mean, I can tell you that even 6 months down the line, I get this thought very often. And especially in these very hard corona times, this thought refuses to leave your head, saying that, what was I thinking and doing? But when you believe in the power of your idea, and I've seen this for myself, you just find people and resources and things to reach out for. And I don't know where people are listening in from, but if people are listening in from India and other parts of the world, uh, technology has made it so much easier today to share our ideas to a larger group of people. There, the startup ecosystem is only getting better and better. So for example, Beej, when it was just a business idea, when it was just a thought in my head back in October last year, um, I presented it as a part of a business plan competition in India. And we got incubated by the government of India, by Niti Aayog, when I had not even registered the company. And through that, I met so many people who helped me, who gave me advice. Nobody gave me money, but lots of free advice.
But people are always here to give free advices. I know. Yes, go ahead.
But it builds your confidence. It tells you that you're doing something right. Um, One is that I think if you want to believe in it, go for it. I think the second thing is, honestly, lots of people will tell you lots of things. Like you said, everybody gives you advice. You got to listen to everybody, but you got to do what you think is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have friends who always tell me that you don't listen. I said, I will listen, but I will eventually do what I think
It's good
right
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
And I think the third thing is, I think women always think, how will we manage work and home? So I want to tell them that I am a single mother. I raise a 10-year-old daughter. It's not easy. Lots of times when I'm having a bad day at work, I come back home and I shout at her for no reason. Then I tell her, hey, listen, I didn't mean it. It's nothing personal. It's not easy. But I also see the pride in my daughter's eyes for what I do. Like, she's so proud of me. And I think you make time for it. I think our kids are, honestly, I think our kids are very understanding. They understand and they support.
Yeah.
And I think we make it bigger in our heads, saying that how will we manage? How will we manage? But if you make up your mind that you have to manage, you manage.
Yeah. Very well said, Arundhati. Really, thank you so much for your time and your effort and your. I can say I'm actually speechless because it's a very nutshell time right now with you and me, because I can't just move forward for a long conversation. I want the viewers to understand each and every bit of whatever Arundhati has said. My viewers, I believe I have done something great again today, getting a nice and a gentle lady out from Mumbai. I'm wishing her all the very best in her life, success and prosperity, and looking forward to meet her soon, inshallah, when I'm going to be dropping to India, my country. I love and I'm proud to say that. And thank you, viewers. Thank you, Arundhati, for getting in touch with me on my session. God bless you, your daughter, and wish you success in every walk of life. Thank you so much, my friends. Stay tuned, all of you, for tomorrow, International Yoga Day. And I will be addressing Iram Khan from Mumbai, the certified yoga instructor, who's going to be talking about fitness and planning your life daily, depending on the quarantine situation. Thank you so much. Tune in at 6 p.m. Jeddah time. Thank you, Arundhati. God bless you. Namaste, sweetheart.
Okay, thanks, Amrina. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.